They told you the dollar would last forever, just like they said about the British pound, just like they promised about the Dutch guilder and the Portuguese real. But every currency that ruled the world followed the same cycle, and every one of them fell. So the question isn't if the dollar falls, it's when. In this investigation, you'll discover the hidden 7-stage pattern that has marked the rise and collapse of every global reserve currency for over 600 years, a cycle that starts with power and ends with inflation, distrust, and replacement. Right now, the United States is in stage 5. Once you understand the pattern, you'll never look at money the same way again.
A reserve currency is not just a strong currency. It is the currency the world must use to buy oil, to settle trade, to store national wealth. When your currency becomes the reserve, you gain exorbitant privilege. You can print what others must earn. You can buy real goods with paper. You can live beyond your means for a while. But history warns, every reserve currency follows the same arc. Power to wealth, to comfort, to complacency, to decline. And the decline always looks the same.
Stage 1. Military dominance. Portugal in the 1400s controlled new sea routes. Holland in the 1600s commanded global shipping fleets. Britain in the 1800s ruled the oceans with the Royal Navy. And after World War II, the United States inherited the seas, the skies, and the world economy. Whoever controls trade routes controls global currency. Stage 2. Trade surpluses. Wealth floods in. Cities boom. Ports expand. Banks rise. From Lisbon to Amsterdam, London to New York, factories hum. Exports soar. Industrial growth feels unstoppable. Stage 3. Reserve status formalized. The world officially adopts the currency. For the dollar, this happened in 1944 at Bretton Woods. 44 nations pegged their currencies to the dollar pegged to gold. The United States became the banker of the world. This was the peak. Stage 4. The reversal begins. Wealth brings comfort. Comfort brings complacency. Factories move overseas. Consumption replaces production. Imports exceed exports. The nation lives not off what it produces, but off what it already accumulated. Stage 5. Money printing. Deficits swell. Debt accelerates. And when productivity can't pay the bills, the printing press does. Portugal debased silver coins. Britain inflated the pound, and the U.S. printed trillions after 2008, then trillions more after 2020. Inflation rises, purchasing power falls, savings quietly erode. This is where the story stops being history and becomes reality.
The strongest currency in the world always collapses because it becomes too strong. When everyone needs your currency, you can print unlimited amounts without immediate consequences. But unlimited doesn't mean harmless. The same privilege that makes a nation powerful destroys it from within.
You aren't taught this cycle in school. Governments don't announce the decline of their own currency. They call it stimulus, monetary support, strategic easing, inflation management. But these are just softer words for debasement, debt monetization, wealth dilution. Even the language is engineered to keep the public calm, because if the public understood what stage 5 leads to, confidence would crack far too quickly.
We are already seeing stage 6, loss of confidence, taking shape. China and Russia cut their dollar reserves. Central banks worldwide are buying gold at the fastest rate in 50 years. Oil sales are being priced in yuan. Nations in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East are signing trade deals in local currencies. The world is not waiting for an announcement. The world is already preparing for what comes next. When a currency loses trust, collapse is not slow. It is sudden,
slow decline, then all at once.
The dollar is not dying today, but the pattern is unfolding exactly as it has 4 times before. The question is no longer whether the cycle is real. The question is, are you seeing it in time, or only when it's too late? If you want to understand the next stage before it arrives, subscribe, stay alert, and stay informed. Because history doesn't repeat, it rhymes, and the rhythm is getting louder.